Okay, everything should be live now. No drop packets so far. Everything looks good. Doing another stream experiment on the main channel. This time instead of a dual stream, I'm just sending the vertical stream and nothing else. Non-vertical stream is obviously on Twitch, but also on the YouTube VODs channel, which just mirrors Twitch. But sending two streams to the main channel, I think, was just confusing to people, so just sending the vertical stream there to try to get traffic from live shorts to see what that does. Okay. Now I'm going over my dungeon notes. Let's see here. Nothing leaked in that email. It's just email telling me I went live. I wish they could disable that. I don't need notifications for myself. I think I know I'm live. So a few things need to be, let's see, cringe, trick shot, from success, interrupt. Yeah. I'll start there with a new dungeon. Floodgate. Trash. Trick shot. This needs to go on cooldown on success, not applied. Or cast start, so move it down here. Oh, it's already down? Okay, I got it. The 10.9 minus the cast time. I gotta fix this. This is out of date information. Minus, what is the cast time on trick shot? Yeah, I know. 3.5, so been changes since I last worked on this mod, so that should correct trick shot. Stupid. .4. It's uncommented here too. All right. I want to adjust it too for good measure. Let's move that over to there. Timers. Trick. How is there no cast at all? This is priority in theater. I logged that dungeon. Might be in a different log. Let's see. It might be in this one? Trick shot. Yeah. Timers. Here. I really should have handled these mobs better or not kicked any casts. Just let them cast it without impeding them. Because transfer has an auto timestamp interrupted spells. the right way. I'm gonna have to Warcraft logs this instead. That's fine. Ability ID equals that. And type equals begin cast or type equals cast. Or stopped ability ID equals that. That should do what I need. Okay, Warcraft logs time. Fix this timer up the right way. Dungeons. Still showing season 1. Let's see, the ID for season 2 I think is 42. So that's the raid. 41. That's Delves. 43. There's season 2. Dungeons. Floodgate. Keystone level 10 at least. And these are from this week. They have to be from this week because I want this week's data. It's not a clear. But these mobs are near the entrance, so this should be adequate. Let's check my parser. Oops, I didn't actually... Expression has a flaw in it. I gotta change the target ID to what I'm looking for. That should narrow the scope more. Okay. Events. People use a lot of stuns on these mobs, and those aren't shown in the log either. Damn it. Let's stop the ID check with show stuns. So even this makes it difficult to get what I need. Or 5 begins casting it again. They let 5 finish the last cast, I think. There's a large gap here. That doesn't account for cooldown. It's probably CC'd. This cast here, and 6 casts again here. I don't know, 20.8? Maybe the cooldown on Mythic Plus is longer than non-Mythic Plus. So when I just did a dungeon on Heroic, these dudes basically spam this shit. Or the cooldown is just math random in a Blizzard fashion. This one ability has been problematic in this whole dungeon because it doesn't seem to follow normal conventions. It just seems to do its own fucking thing. That approach is just equally useless. Seems to be buggy, random in some cases. Inconsistent behaviors. That's all I can really do. That timer's just never going to be accurate. It's just fucking broken. Okay. Moving on. Nothing I can do with that ability. Bloodthirsty Cackle recast timer was wrong. Well, yeah, of course it's wrong. It's set to 100. Oh, that's why. I didn't have the timer yet. I had to disable it. I see what. Cackle. Blood. Well, fuck. Let's go back to the log I just had open. I just changed the target ID. This one, and the spell ID. There. They only fought one pack of these mobs and they've deleted them too quickly. But this doesn't help me at all. Maybe we look at a higher keystone level. Let's look at for 13. There's more like it. Let's look for some Giga Pushers. That's more like it. That's what I want to see. There's the cast for number 4, and you recast it here. Let's at least get some approximations here. 91,219 minus 71,903. 19.3. Let's check another random sample. 2. Nothing nearby. 3s. The 3s might work. Here. $18.9. That's lower than the 19.3. There's one I could work with. Well, it's got a large cooldown range. I'm gonna enable this. 19.1. But I got 18.9. $18.9 to 21. 1.20. There we go. That should correct that. These also need to have recast added. That fixes the cackle bug. Surveying. Yeah. Need to look into this. See, this can be interrupted both during its initial cast and its channeled cast. Okay, this is going to require a hacky workaround. Because it goes on cooldown as soon as the channel starts. So I have to basically do this. Local. Allow. Interrupt on beam. Pulse. Equals true. You want to allow the interrupt to start to cool down here. Oh, you want to stop allowing it here. Then we do here. And there. That'll fix the bug that I was fixing there. All right. Another thing off my checklist. Hello, Casmo. Doing more experiments with vertical streams on the main channel. And the full screen streams are on the Twitch and the YouTube VODs channel. Just working on the Season 2 dungeons. Got a couple more weeks to get everything ready. But it's going to be a lot of crunch time and work. Okay, fix up Big Mama timers. Oh yeah, those were a mess, weren't they? There were some issues here to deal with. Timers. Let's see. M-O... Which might not even be in this log. Mama? Yeah, okay. I can fix this up easily by just making an expression for this. I should have done that already. I'm dumb and I forgot. Okay. Type equals begin cast. Or phase change stuff is handled here. Ability ID equals that, and type equals remove buff. All right. Put the right syntax in here. Add that into the expression too, for good measure. It should be in there. And I wanted to filter one out though. One spell that's just This one. This does not need to be in the expression. Okay. That should parse out Big Mama the way I need it to. And this log should be sufficient to do that. There we go. No. Why is Doomstorm in there still? I do want a nameplate timer for that, though, so I'll keep it in there for now. Well, they practically spam that shit. No, I do it twice per cycle. Okay, I see how they work. So you want to do an anti-spam. Let's see here. 346, 493 minus 31003. Maybe. Enough data for that timer. I can just forget about that for now. Either way, I'm going to take it out of this expression too. I'm trying to get the boss timers right now. And they're distracting. That didn't work because I fucked something up. What did I fuck up? I don't know. I'm blind and don't see the problem. Undo. I deleted the spell ID correctly. That shouldn't have broken the expression. This should be fine. Oh, I see. The quote got removed. It was fine. My copy and paste skills wasn't. Okay, let's see here. Okay, the initial timers need to be checked. Let's see here. Electro Crush, 6 seconds. Is that accurate? Up at 6. Start actually populating this in correctly. Sonic Boom should be 15.8. Oh, and convert the... Oh, it doesn't auto-convert. That's right, Warcraft Logs does this weird thing with Mythic Plus. They treat the whole dungeon as a single pull, so timestamps aren't based on the boss, it's based on the dungeon start. So this boss doesn't pull at 0, he's pulled at 301. I am, yes. Let's see here. $15.7, is that what I had? Yeah, that's close enough. Just getting ready for the next patch. Fixing stuff up. Jump start. Occurs there. That's much later than originally. They must have changed that. Was it health based? No, I'm gonna put the new timer in. Hold. Actually, jumpstart. Yes, jumpstart is phase change. Okay. Mobilize mech drones. I guess that happens. Never jumpstart fades, so I can't really have a timer for that anymore. Well, I can. I can start a timer here, I guess. As opposed to at fades. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So this timer doesn't start here anymore. They moved it. And it can't be here either. It's gotta be at jump start begin. Change this to a start. Add-ons are written mostly in Lua and some XML. But the XML is mostly used for GUI stuff. Templating and stuff. All the code will be in Lua. Now, some people have created fancy containers where they have, like, languages within a Lua container. But that's just overkill. Okay, let's do the math here. 368,909 minus 353,726. 15.1 if I do the it here. Pretty much what BV said, yeah. You're not going to really want to write anything but Lua. I think one person did it on the UI Discord just as a proof of concept because they were bored, but it wasn't code that they'd actually use in like a add-on sense. Okay. Self BB mech count. This timer has to be moved to here since they changed where it's cast. That should fix that up. Now let's get the recast timers fixed up. Oh, the barrier. I didn't put the barrier on there yet. Oh, I gotta... That's right, the barrier doesn't have a... It's an applied event here. Oh, no, that should have been in the expression. Let's say change the event. Let's just try to find a different event for it. I don't see the barrier. That's weird. They must have removed the cast. Let's see if I can find the debuff. Whatever I use for the info frame. Same spell ID. No, that mechanic was there when I did the boss. It's just not that spell ID. What is going on here? I'll search for it by spell name because I must have need a different ID now. Unfortunately, that's not allowed. I wouldn't do it anyway, but it's not allowed technically. The add-ons that do charge, that are getting away with it, are actually breaking Blizzard policy that they're just not choosing to enforce. But I can almost guarantee if I try to do it, they would enforce it on me. They just don't care if like Zygor does it or some niche leveling add-on does it. But if like an add-on like DBM did it, and actually gated like boss encounter progress through paying to win, they would absolutely crash down on that. I think the difference is that rest XP is not required to level, but boss mods are required to raid, at least at the high level. So Blizzard would frown strongly if like any kind of boss mod tried to paywall rating. But I wouldn't charge for it anyway. I appreciate the support I get, but like, it's not required. The only thing I tell people is that if I can't afford to do this full time, they'll get slower updates, and that's just because I have to do something else for money. But that's not like holding like the mod ransom. That's just saying, you know, crowdfunding projects need at least adequate crowdfunding to actually stay existing. But they don't need to be greedy about it either. Ability name equals... But I can't find the barrier. Why isn't the barrier in the log? Still nothing. What the fuck? This group exploit and figure out a way to make the boss not barrier himself? I literally just did this boss 2 days ago and he cast a barrier on himself. Or did they rename the barrier? I need to check the journal. Okay. Video game, Blizzard, add-ons. Let's pull up the DBM journal and see if they renamed the thing. No, it's still here. So why the hell did this boss not cast it in a Mythic Plus 13? And it's the same spell ID I have too. I don't understand why it's not here. Oh, because it's not an English log. It can't search for it by spell name in a Japanese log or Chinese log. That fucks things up. Hang on. Oh yeah, Little Snitch is of course running. You must be a Mac user to recognize that. And good evening, I don't know how to pronounce that. Fish? Okay. Ability name equals... This log should be English, so I gotta find that spell. I know, I wish Warcraft logs had 2 filters. Language and region. Like, I hate the fact that, like, say Blizzard pushes hotfixes on a Tuesday and changes some timers. So I gotta go to Warcraft logs to look up the encounters to be like, okay, I need to get these new timers. I can't filter by EU or NA. So I'm still getting EU logs that don't have the hotfix mixed in with NA logs that do. And it can be time-consuming to find the right log sometimes. Oh, this log is not in English either. I don't think it is. Hold on a second. No, it is, but this... I don't understand why I can't find this spell. It's still in the journal. I still saw it when I did the dungeon yesterday, or the day before yesterday. So why the fuck is it not occurring in this Mythic 13? I'm gonna have to go in the dungeon and do it myself just to figure out why this ability doesn't work. Doesn't help that most of these high key pushes are non-English logs. Come on, give me some English player names here. They'll give me a hint that the log might be in English. Well, some of them are English names. Ability name equals... They might have just removed this ability from Mythic Plus. Oh no, wait, there it is. Finally, we found a log that has it. So my expression was right. My expression was right, and that the other group bugged out the fight somehow. Or Blizzard managed to break the fight somehow. Let's do the full expression. The log that actually has the barrier. Yeah, the barrier is being cast here. So let's compare this log to this log. Like, is Jumpstart DPS or health based now? Oh, come on. Why is the timestamps wrong again? Jumpstart 353,726 minus 301,624. Jumpstart was at 51 in this log. In this log, it's, what is it at? 775. 48. It might actually be health based now. It wasn't before. So it looks like you can break or beat the DPS check for getting the barrier. Because Blizzard changed how the fight works. Let's compare time between jump starts. 157,214 minus 91,479. Okay, time between jump starts here is 65. About here. $47. It's health based. There's no timer for jumpstart anymore. So scrap the timer. Health based now. No timer here either. Health based. So now I gotta find a group that has dog shit DPS to see the timer for the barrier before the first jump start. Oh, it's not health based. It's when you kill the ads. When you kill the ads, it triggers jump start. I see. I see. It triggers jump start so she can summon more ads. I got it. Not health based. It's ad based. I can actually just get rid of that entirely. Jump start. There it is. Get rid of that. Okay. And this, I'll fix that. Next. Count. I'll fix all of them. No longer use AI timers. Now let's get that barrier timer. 147, not 57. Barrier timer is 55.6 there. Let's check the other one. I do not like inconsistencies. Oh, I did the wrong timer. 224. That would make more sense. That's about within energy parameters. Okay. So the phase reset timer is here, and barrier is about that. Let's check the other timers. That's 9.2. Oops. I didn't mean to cut you off, Copilot. Ah! It's annoying because you have to escape this to let Copilot finish, but if you accidentally hit escape twice, then you escape the Copilot too. Too many extensions and features overriding for autocomplete at the same time. It's annoying. There was a discussion on that on Twitter recently. Developers were annoyed with the same thing. It was in a Copilot thread. People were talking about how Copilot that has problems coexisting with all the existing autocomplete features. Okay. Sonic Boom. Okay. Let's do some... Oh, right. I gotta put the... Oh, god damn it. Let's compare these to... these, just to get an approximation. Alright. So the difference between those is about 3.2 on both timers. So we can infer that the difference between here is also 3.2. It'd be 51. And now we have a timer for the first barrier without a shitty DPS check, or without shitty DPS. I just realized I keep moving the editor off the screen for the vertical stream. And I gotta see what's behind it better. Let's see here. Jumpstart does cancel the timers though. This doesn't start here. All right, now I need to recast timers. I still gotta do that. This doesn't start here. Now I just need the recasts. Let's see, 144,719 minus 124,083, 20.6. 21.8, so there is some variance there. Maybe not. Hold on. Okay, I see how I can do that. I'll have to reset the count to make it accurate, but I can do it. That one's also 20.6, so there's... Okay. Never mind. The standard cooldown will work. That would be patterned where it was always the first one was longer than the second one, but that's not the case either. That means I can't make it a next timer. It'll be a cooldown timer. I even make it a variance timer just because I have the technology now. New var count timer. Okay. Sonic Boom. $21.9. This might have the same variance. 21.8. Now, I know developers have come on the stream many times and told me, why don't you just have a process to automate this instead of using a calculator app like this? It's like, well, how else will I get fast to the calculator? I can use a numpad like a champ without even looking at it. So if boss mine doesn't work out, it could always be a fast cashier. Oops. I don't know what I did. Oh, I hit undo somehow. Okay. This should work. These are only repeatable timers. These numbers don't actually matter because they're not filled in at all. Timers are only started on phase change. This boss should be fixed up now. Let's date it. Fix Big Mama timers. Off the checklist. Goodbye. There's stuff in here that are noted. Not here. Here that are noted that are under my checklist. Bubble burp. Let's see if I can make that work. This here and here. And the caster of set ability. This one. Bubbles. Okay. Let's use Warcraft logs to find this. And we'll use both these logs for extra data. Interesting, I only killed 2 soldiers in this log, but 4 in this one. I wonder. This group kite mobs into the mob as it was casting its instant death to kill extra trash. Or did Blizzard decide to make the RP have more mobs this week versus last week? Because this log's from last week. Which means I actually should pay more attention to this log, because it's more recent. Initial bubble burp is 7.2. Let's check if I have that for the initial. I have 4.5. Well, I'm gonna put 7.2 at least as the variance. But the recast is what I'm missing, and I got that here. So let's get it. 18, 19 is good. That's from success, but I think this is not interruptible, so I don't have to actually use cast success to restart it. So 21.5. Okay. But I got the cooldown now. 21.5. We have a recast timer now. Yay. I can uncomment it out. Next ability. Same mob. All 3 there's the same mob. So it's effectively the same cooldown. What do I have for the initial timer? This one's got 13 for the initial. I have... I might use a different event. That's right, I don't use this event. There's timestamps not accurate in terms of when the mob was engaged, just when it spawned. I actually use this actual engage time, so this 72 might not even be invalid. Okay, but this... 21.8? Yeah, that works. 21.8. Uncommon. We are good. Now for backwash. This one's harder because it's... Most groups don't see this spell twice. At least in a lower key, but it choose a 13 for a reason. They might have seen it twice. They actually saw it 3 times. Beautiful. Also 21.8. Very good. All right. Now, one thing I gotta do still is I gotta recheck every timer later. But for now, I'm just kind of going over the ones that I know are broken. Well, I had a lot of stuff to fix in Theater of Pain. I don't need this log. This one has Theater of Pain in it. My personal logs. We'll also use Warcraft logs for anything I don't have here. Nonetheless, this still fixed a few bugs there. I'm gonna push those right away. Complete Big Mama timers. Let me actually contextualize this. Operation Floodgate update. Fixed and added a few trash timers. I actually gotta do the other bosses too, though, I think. Come to think of it. They're still using AI timers too. What I don't like about this is this can't be fixed with Warcraft logs. It's not logged. What about this one? Does this one use an unlogged event too? No, so this one should be fixable with Warcraft logs. Swamp Face. His vines are not in the combat log. You can use debuffs, according to my notes. I should actually fix the other bosses too. I can't really call this dungeon done with only one boss functional. I guess I'll do that first and then move on to Priory. Okay, I gotta build an expression for this. I should have had these ready to go. Usually I do. But delves have made things more complicated. Because normally each patch I gotta work on dungeons and raids. Now I gotta work on dungeons, raids, and delves, you know. Blizzard's like, here's 50% more workload. Every patch. Oh wait, no. Copilot was gonna write it for me. Hold on. Yep. Well, you didn't write it correctly. For some reason you decided... Wait. None of these spell IDs are even in the mod. Copilot... Well, no, they are. They're just... Yeah, it took Spellara applied instead of the ones that... Never mind. I won't let Copilot write it. I'll do it myself. Maybe I'll figure it out if I type in one of the IDs at least. 473070. Okay, figure it out. There you go. You didn't figure it out quite right, but whatever. Well, I figured out 2 of the 3 lines. That's better than nothing, I guess. I need the boss encounter start line. There we are. That should parse out this boss. Alright, Swamp Face, let's get it going. Wait, what? Why'd that workflow fail? Where's the problem? Okay, I get it. Hmm? Nani? It just kind of failed, like, before completing it. Whatever, I'll ask Paul to look at it later. We have a simulator that actually, anytime we push something to DBM, it actually, fires up a fake, WoW Lua runtime environment and simulates the, DBM pulling every boss that exists. Then spits out any changes for any mods that failed to emulate. Pretty fancy. It can detect errors in the code without even firing up WoW. Paul likes to overachieve like that. These bosses I'm able to emulate too. I can emulate any boss in-game as well. Which I'll be doing later when I test all the polished mods. Close that. Let's open it. Not that. That. Okay. First touch clause, 2 seconds. This has 3. Like it says 2 to 3. It's still a 30-second timer. I think all his abilities are 30-second timers. The only thing I was lacking is the restart timers. Choking vines, is it still cast on the pull? No, it's actually different now. It's now 6 seconds. Well, maybe. That's the debuff. That's not the cast. The cast is hidden. I need to look at a transcriptor log that I have for reference. Let's see here. WoW data. That'll work. They have a dungeon log in here for some reason. Never mind, that's just unrelated. I'll look at this one. Let's see. Vines. Where's the debuff? So I gotta timestamp the difference. Oh, it's the same timestamp. So they did change the cooldown. That's a good change. I think the boss casting vines instantly on the pull was pretty stupid. It should at least give you time to position. So changing this to 6 was a good change, Blizzard. Good job. Remove my old notes. Awaken Stomp. Stomp. There you are. Oh, Awaken Swamp, not Stomp. Okay, yeah, I forgot the boss's name also has Swamp in it. Whatever. Oh, why am I didn't use the right event. Stupid. Yeah, that makes more sense. 19. Mud slide. Oh, I must have. Oh, I'm doing the wrong number there too. Nine. Okay, rearrange them by cast order. I should put that as nil. Better use nil so I can inherit from the object instead. Let's double check everything here. Fines. 30 seconds. Next fines. Oh, it's a different pull. They wiped once. Here. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Everything's 30 seconds. This boss is... When it comes to timers, this boss is beautiful. I like bosses with this kind of consistency. Everything like on the nose. In fact, I can change this. They're not cooldowns. They are precise. That boss is done. Doesn't use icons for anything. Yeah, my pairing code was pretty fancy. Maybe we'll check that before I move on to the next boss. Right, I couldn't actually check this on Warcraft logs because I can't see the lines. I wanted to see if the pairing did work in combat log order. Like if Vikman is actually paired with Zorthar and Kuro is actually paired with Justice. I assume my code assumes that that's how the pairing works. That's how it usually it is. It assumes that every 2 set in combat log order is a pair. There's no way to confirm that from Warcraft logs directly. And I couldn't confirm it myself, but I'm soloing the dungeon because there's no pairs when you're soloing. So that note has to remain. Okay. Demolition Duo is another one I could fix up. So I need to track their deaths and their casts. Okay. So the expression will be pretty simple. Type equals begin cast. Or target ID equals... Yeah, I knew what I was doing there. Or... Yeah, I wanted to do the same line again. That makes sense, Copilot. Get your shit together. Every mod ends with this. Now let's just populate this. Okay, that should give me the expression for that. Make it so. Start with the initial timers. Wall up 5.7. Here I got 5.99. It's within the same variation, so I'll keep the 5.7. Cast 1. Charge happens here. I've been doing the calculator off the... Here, let me do it. Move it here so the vertical stream can see it. $23. 27.9 or 22.7. That's close to 23. That's probably the same. Explosive gel. $17.6. I had nothing. This probability is probably not used on normal. If that's the case, I need to check. I need to open the dungeon journal. Duo. Abilities. Oh, it's mythic only mechanic. Got it. Then I will scope this. If self is mythic, then start that timer. Don't want to start it on the wrong difficulties. Easy peasy. Okay, not that. Back to the report and the initial timers. We're looking for BBB. Wrong log. There we are. .5. That's exactly the same. .895. I'm gonna round 13.9, which is what I have there. Excellent. Well, the preliminary timers are populated. Let's sort them right. I'm gonna sort them by cast order, just for clarity. Now, the recast timers is where things get complicated. Might be easy to contextualize. I think you use one boss to interrupt the other boss, so that actually makes it a little complicated. Oh wait, no, you just used two mechanics to knock up the bombs. Only the bosses interrupt each other in this case. It's not like Grim Rail. I'm gonna do this one timer at a time, so I could parse it much easier. There. Can it be any more clear what that timer is? You got that timer perfected. This I need to verify, but I think that's how it works. If you somehow burn keys up before the other one, the boss starts walloping more often. Let's check the next ability. Check that one first. Now this one. Let's get some timers here. Oh, look, that's beautiful. I think that timer might be 17.7. Just a hunch. Okay, next ability. Ah, yes. Also 17. Next, this boss's stuff. Oh, it's not the right spell ID. In fact, that actually tells me I might have a mistake here. Where did I copy that ID from? Oh, let's see what we got here. This one varies a little bit, but 34 seems like safe. I'll use a variance timer. I'm going to deploy that tech a lot because I love that tech. Bar count. That spell ID wrong? It doesn't match the ID I have there, so. Barreling charge. This one's all over the place. Okay, it's a sets of 3. 23, 5, 5. 23, 5, 5. Well, there's some variation here, but it's sets of 3. Okay, so if I just go like this. Okay, what I'm gonna do is okay. Local timer equals self. Well, you're close. It knew where I was going with it. $23 or 20. Well, actually, I might do this. I have been using it for a while. It's not very good at Lua. I have to babysit it a lot. Because it will absolutely screw things up. It's mostly used for repetitive patterns. Yeah, it's not very good at Lua. It does weird things. Like it might forget to close a if statement for some random reason. It'll make a suggestion. It might suggest something like this. If stuff, then do stuff. And then that's it. That's a suggestion. It won't close it out like this. It'll just completely forget the closing. It'll just suggest everything else. It also has this weird thing where I could create 20 lines of code that are all identical, and at 21st line, it would still suggest the wrong thing. Like here, it'll almost always suggest the wrong string here. Every global here comes from DBM common locale. But if I type in some timer, local timer charge, let's put an extra charge in it. Then I'll be like, nil. Well, this is just suggest it because it already has an example for that timer, but a lot of times I'll suggest DBM core L instead, which would be nil. Like sometimes it just suggests things that make no sense. I have no idea where it gets those ideas from. And this is also variance, technically. Variance 4 to 5.4. Actually, no, it can go even higher. 6.2. Dang. Let's go to 6.3. I do it just in case, because it just looks better. Okay, that should be charged. What? Have I done wall up yet? I think I did. I think I've done them all now. This mod should be... It's not quite right. I forgot to put counts on these. That would be a bug. Okay. This mod should be done, except for the wall up thing. Right, this is wrong. I forgot to fix that. There. And this one, technically, by pattern, would be... Because the cooldown gets cut in half when Kisa dies. Okay, that mod is now fixed up. Next boss. I forget what his actual boss name is. I just call him Geese Nuts. Turbo charge that. Okay. Damn is in the log. I have damn in 2 places, I think. Because I don't think this is logged. Unless they fixed it. Let's see if they fixed this. No, it's not logged. So I can't really perfect the timers because I can't detect the phase change. Type equals begin cast. Okay. No, this isn't needed at all. That is. Or ability ID equals. All right. Let's start with that anyway. There's the final boss. But I need to figure out a way to detect dam being cast, which kind of sucks. I should be getting some transcriptor logs tomorrow to make this a little easier, so that will help. I hate when Blizzard doesn't put things in the combat log, because it massively causes problems. Or is a journal open? Energy. Okay. What is this energy note I have here? I don't need to do anything fancy with it, to be honest. Not if the timers are consistent. I'm gonna scope this to one ability at a time to see if it's just consistent. It might actually be easier than trying to look at it like this. Okay, turbocharge. Yeah, 60 seconds timer. Very good. 60. Next count. Very good. And the first one is 1.6. Which I had. I had the 62. I just wanted more data to confirm these timers. I had preliminary timers here that I just didn't want to trust until I had more to look at. That's also 60. So 38, 60, 60. Got it. That's damn. I meant to look at sparks. I can't look at damn. Let's check the next one. Okay, this one's weird. Looks like it alternates. 28 and then it alternates. I can do that. Each alternation adds up to 60, which perfects the cycling. That's why they coded it that way. The boss works in 60-second cycles. Pick a zap. The first one's 28, right? Yep. 28. Stop being stupid. And don't forget to count. I'm gonna go ahead and put the 16 here. Alright, this is gonna be local timer equals That's the right format. Let's see here. 34 and 26. Excellent. Thunder Punch is next, I think. This has the same alternating pattern. $24. Let's reorganize this a bit. This goes here. Then this goes here. Excellent. Now let's do the other one right. Okay. That was the evens that have a 30. Yep, it's exactly the same. 34 and 26. I've got the L here. All better. I can't confirm the damn timers, though. That's a problem. Do you have any logs that give me some kind of data here? Operation Follower. This didn't live long enough. Timers. Dam. Timers. Dam. The boss died before it cast a second dam. They cast 2 turbocharges. So... the boss works in 60-second cycles, and he didn't cast it twice. That means the timer has to be 60. I don't know why this to-do is down here. I swore I just filled this in. How did it not get... I'm gonna assume it's 60 and fix it later. 60 is assumed. Cannot be confirmed without longer transcriptor log. That should now have all the bosses complete. Which is important to get this dungeon polished up. Oh, this is not complete. Hold on. Neither is this one. Okay. Let's actually push that up too. Operation Floodgate Update 2. Finished Demolition Duo timers. These nuts timers. swamp face timers. Okay. That is a good push right there. Hmm. Now I need to take a quick AFK because I want to get up and stretch and get a drink. So I shall be back momentarily. Okay, I am back. I think when I'm on the AFK stream, there's 2 audio tracks for the thing. I gotta fix that later. Alright, let me see something here. I see you're back, Mooney. Okay. Another run failing. I don't know why it's failing. Alright, let's get back to my checklist now that I've finished Floodgate. And check it off the list completely. That I'll probably skip. Theater of Pain. Close this, close War Within. This should be in Shadowlands. We'll go with this first. Close these. Why did I close? I'm so stupid. I need the actual Theater of Pain log, though. This one. That doesn't need to be closed. Dummy. Okay. Soulstorm, AoE warning, and nameplate cooldown. Let's find it. Timers, Soulstorm. Here we are. This trash mod needs more, well, this needs a lot of work. Yeah, this is a legacy trash mod that has no nameplate timers to speak of. Ah, yes. This is the worst part of the old dungeons, having to bring them up to standards of current dungeons. Alright. I don't need this dungeon, they can go away. Theater of Pain. Yes, this is perfect. And, oh, thanks for the follow, Summer Gales. I was probably AFK when you followed. I got up to get a drink, and then I had to help my mother with some stuff. She was confused about the TV again. One of the weird side effects of dementia is distorting fiction with reality. She has a habit of seeing something on the TV and not realizing it's fiction. Like she was watching a TV program where there was a dog needed help, and she asked me to help the dog. I had to explain that that was a fictional dog in a fictional situation. Okay. Let's go to Shadowlands, Theater of Pain. Yeah, I'll fix some stuff here. Let's see. Soulstorm AoE. Well, I looked it up on Wowhead. All players. So it's not like okay. These mods are gonna need so much work. I'm not looking forward to this. Looks like I already templated this. I didn't template a unit die area yet. So what I should do is open a modern dungeon mod for code snippets. This one was recent, I think. No, it wasn't this one. Someone just have. You just had this one. So this one's got modern tech, yeah. This is the difference between a modern mod versus one from a few years ago. That's how much mods had to level up to match the increase in Mythic Plus difficulty. As Blizzard continues to make the trash more and more dangerous, the mods have to level up to get more and more complex. Okay, let's see. Two different mobs, the same ability. And the cooldown is pretty precise. I'm surprised this doesn't exist in the mod at all, though. It's kind of weird. I think I'm going to rearrange this mod, too. Let me do that first. We don't really do this anymore. It's too much work to maintain ordering by boss. Instead, I order by type. So what I do is I take interrupt warnings, group them together. The dodge warnings usually go at the top. Move away. Usually goes under dodge. These will also go here. Like, that's how I do it now. I organize it by type. And this guide is no longer relevant. That's from like ages ago. Instead, what I'll do is probably use this quasi spreadsheet, which I think I bookmarked already. Blizzard add-ons. Quasi cheat sheet season 2. This is also useful for making sure I catch abilities that are missing. Let's see. Frontals to dodge. Stop with CC. Must interrupt. Okay. The frontals, CCs, interrupts. Okay, that's not a useful resource to have open. I'll put it over there, though. And when it says add this, this is a AoE. I don't think it necessarily needs a special warning. It just needs a nameplate timer. So what I'll do is this. Local. Warn. What's it called again? Oh, Soulstorm. Got it. Soulstorm. And it's going to be the first nameplate timer of this trash mod. It's going to AoE colored. Timer is 26.7. Soulstorm. Okay. Very good. Let's implement it now. It's just a preference mostly because I do like my Mac programs and ecosystem more. You know, the tight integration with my iPhone and iPad, and also just the tools I've been using for years were Mac exclusive for a while. I actually only recently changed to VS Code, which is cross-platform. I used BB Edit for like 15 years, and that was only available on Mac. Of course, I was forced to transition to VS Code eventually because I needed the Lua language server extensions. But also, I like how powerful this little MacBook is. It's powerful, yet energy efficient. And it's got a beautiful screen on it when I actually use it for portable mode. Okay. Else if spell ID equals that, then... What the hell are you doing, Copilot? Whatever, I'll autofill that. I'll delete this random nonsense. Nil arg source GeoID. And this won't need a. This doesn't need an anti-spam. It's not an ability that's cast by multiple mobs. Yeah, Apple's ahead of the game in terms of ARM. I foresee that the future PC market also going full ARM. They're only experimenting it now on mobile and stuff. But I give it about another 2 years. NVIDIA will probably be spanking AMD and Intel around when they finally release their own ARM CPU. That's actually scaled up. Like right now, the only ARM CPUs PCs have are like lower-end mobile chips and laptops. Apple's the only one that's scaled ARM up to like desktop performance so far. But when PC gets there, x86 is probably going to die off. Okay, this timer starts here. But now I need to get unit died too. Let's see. Function mod unit died. Copilot, will you fill in the rest? Yes, you did. I don't know where the hell you got Bone Fang from. I'm actually curious if that actually is Bone Fang. Like, I want to see if Copilot's making shit up or if it's inferring from its training. NPC ID. Who is this? Hungering Destroyer. Yeah, Copilot's making shit up. Well, I think that what NVIDIA was going to do for PC, they're obviously not going to cannibalize their own modulability. Like, that's where they're going to beat Apple. Is Apple's dead set on an all-in-one? I think NVIDIA is going to make an ARM-powered CPU that leverages the power of NVIDIA external GPUs. I don't think they're going to go for all-in-one. Not with their approach. I think they're going to take on the desktop market. I think Qualcomm is the one focusing on all-in-one. They're trying to catch up to Apple, but they're still like years behind. Well, I think both of them are researching ARM too, because they're afraid of it. In fact, despite how much those companies don't agree with each other, they formed an alliance in fear out of ARM. Like they're that scared of it. Okay, so yeah, Copilot made shit up. This is not Bone Fang. I don't even know if there is a Bone Fang. Okay. Now let's see. The mob that cast this is this ID. There we are. Let's see who this... What's this mob called? And... No. No. NPC. This one. Portal Guardian. Wrong mod. Okay. I need the same thing here. Portal Guardian initial timer. Soulstorm, let's find it. So let's see. The Portal Guardian engage timer. Are applied. That's just... Why is there no gain? Why is this transcriptor log screwed up? If I'm engaged for this unit, why is the Portal Guardian not being engaged? Nameplate added, okay. Here it is. Portal Guardian engaged here. Soul Storm here. The timer for the initial one is 8.2. Okay. Soulstorm added. Announce and nameplate timer. Everybody that exists is going to need nameplate timers too. This is all dungeons don't always take the most work to bring them up to standard. Okay. Soulstorm added. Rename Deathwinds to Frontal. This one, Watch Step, yep, Frontal. That's an easy fix. Ricocheting Blade. Break line of sight. That's actually, maybe. Run out. Break LOS. $12. There we go. That's off the checklist. There's two things I gotta do on the last boss. Some rename, or some things. That's the last boss, right? The two audios that were not clear. Far from line. Far from line. It says rename it to Frontal. Run out to spread. Scatter. That's better. That shortens that list a bit. Those are just the bug fixes I wanted to do. Obviously, I still gotta add all the nameplate timers and stuff, but fixing the observed bugs is important. Okay. Let's start going through some of these and see if I can find some timer data. Let's see. Timers. 15.4 to 16.2. Let's check Quasi's notes. The Vile Eruption is here. Not exactly a frontal, but 2 linear AoE. Coming from the side. So it's a focused AoE, so can it be interrupted, though? Based on the evidence here, I don't think so. But I can already add another timer. Local timer. Vile eruption cooldown. Copilot suggesting the wrong object as usual. 15.4, 16.2. Now let's fix it here. Gotta do this. Gotta move the anti-spam. Then... Oops, that's not what I want to do. And then, if modern conventions, the timer is not anti-spammed, start nil arg source GeoID. Okay. Else if CID equals, let's get the caster's creature ID here. Then let's just go to a quick page that I kept open for a reason. Rancid gas bag. NPC name. Okay. Let's get the initial timer work done. We define him being engaged. Applied. Or applied. Applied, no. That's just them getting random buffs throughout the instance. I appreciate it. I try to make a good YouTube video and I, you know... Okay, where is the engage for these things? There it is. Here's one. Fire engage. There, we finally got one pulled. File. Okay. 6.3. There we are. All right. And just like that, another ability has a nameplate timer. I gotta make sure all these abilities get nameplate timers, and then populate it with all the abilities I'm missing from Quasi spreadsheet. Death wins. Let's find death wins. Timers, death wins. 10.9, 10.9, 10.9. I wonder what the cooldown is. Local timer, death wins cooldown. 10.9. Use the right object, co-pilot. It's not rocket surgery. Okay. Then... Right, we got that. Let's get the caster's creature ID here. Let's see if CID equals. Then let's get his name from here real quick. So I don't have to go to the log to find it. Okay, terminate the timer on death. Start the timer on engage. Let's get the engage timer. It casts a lot of things. This is actually useful right here. If I use the DBM line, I get the timer differential right here. 3.6 seconds. Got it. All right. They just keep going right down the line. Bone spikes. Give me the bone spikes. 33.6, not enough data. It's just one mob. I don't have enough samples data here. It's been getting expression from this other mob. I don't want all abilities. I just want one ability. Don't need that. I want to build an expression that covers what I'm doing here. Then go like this, and the NPC ID, I go like this. And that should give me what I'm looking for. Leader of Pain, parse it out. And there we go. This confirms the same cooldown, it looks like. Like 33.9. And the initial cast, about 5.7. Go back here. Just got 33.6. So yeah, I'm happy with that timer. Perfect. Local timer. Bone spikes cooldown. Still using the wrong object, Copilot. You can't follow the damn example. All right. Then if initiate the timer there. Close that. Else if oop. I'm plowing through this quickly now. Initial timer. We have an initial timer data here, but I'm going to compare it with transcriptor. But 5.7. Let's find it here. NPC. Not there. Here we are. Here's engaged. Here's the cast. 6.1 seconds later. I'm actually going to use 6.1. Because this timestamp might not be when it was truly engaged. Could be 5.7. Okay. Ricocheting blades is next. Let's find it. That's not enough data. It only cast it once. What about a different pull? That's useless. Here we are. Here we are. That's actually beautiful. Interesting. Two different mobs with two different cooldowns. That's important to note. This mob's cooldown is 15.8, but this mob is 2.1. Okay. Let's look up what these mobs are. Is that a boss variant? Both these trash, or is one a boss variant? I don't know if one of these got from a ad. Okay. This zone has to have a... Yeah, I have a... It's valid warning filter here. Let's see here. Ricocheting blade can be cast by RP mobs. That's why I have it here. So for this specific mob, I need to be careful to make sure I'm getting a cooldown from a mob that actually engages players and not mobs that are fighting in the background. But these might be inconsequential. So the best way to do it is to find one that's actually fighting a player. That's easy enough. My debug should have that. Let's go ahead and scan for any engaged units. Well, that's not going to be a good way of looking for it. See what mobs cast this ability. Used by 2 mobs. I think this one for sure the players fight. Players fight this one. This is probably the only one we need. I think the other one's just a background NPC. Firing engage unit for let me make this easier. I will find where this mob was pulled. It was never pulled. That creature ID was never pulled, at least not in this log. What about the other one? Neither one of those were ever pulled, at least in this log. But I know we fought that mob that was casting that ability. I just must have forgotten to log that pull. I gotta go back to the drawing board on this one. Pain in the ass. I gotta find one that I definitely fought. This mob we did fight. Probably. Let's search through the log again. These are RP. I don't think we fought those. I think that's absolute garbage. That's probably garbage too. These are present in almost every poll, which is a problem. These are the ones that are present in every poll are definitely invalid. This is going to be ugly, but I think I gotta check this log for it. They skipped all the trash that cast that ability. I know we fought one of the, like this log, I know we fought one of these mobs. I just don't know which pull's the right one and which one's made up shit. I might be able to find it actually in the VODs. I'm gonna have to dig through my let's see here. YouTube at Mystical OS live bot. I did not want to. Mystical OS. This channel about? Shut up. Live. This night. It was this stream. Mute it. I don't need to hear it. Not there. Here's... This is a delve testing earlier in the stream. Dungeon runs were later. Here's Theater of Pain. This is the first boss. I start skipping through and try... Well, it's going to be a little further than that. Good thing I stream all my dungeon testing. I could find exactly what I'm looking for in the VOD itself. Might have already fast-forwarded too far, if I'm being honest. I think it was before this. Well, maybe. I don't know. Not those mobs. Those are the ones that cast Death Winds. I've already actually updated that ability. Oh, I can go by my notes if I'm far enough or not. Skip a little further. So on the boss. This is the part where I got lost. Bring up the notepad again so I know if I got to the mob that cast Ricocheting Blade or not. I don't remember where that mob is. They're in discharge. Yeah, yeah. I haven't pulled up the notepad in like 10,000 years. Where the hell? There's still 4 bosses. No, 3 bosses alive though, so there's still... This dungeon is exceptionally long. I'll find it eventually. And it'll help because it'll give me a timestamp and everything, so I'll know what mob to look at for legitimate data. Here. Ricocheting Blade. I see his name page. Bloodthirsty. It's the unique named one. This one. So it's gonna be one of his. Oh, someone watched one of my videos and fixed their WoW. Yep, yep. That's why you should watch my videos. This person cut their WoW install in half and fixed FPS issues. Okay, this was pulled around 8:41 server time. The transcriptor used server time or local time? That I'm not quite sure. So only when I find occurrences of this creature ID. But we still have some RPs of that mob too. He also RP fights somehow. I should be able to find a pull where he was engaged, maybe. Or you know what? Because he's RP fighting, his nameplate might always return unit affecting combat. And that's why I can't. No, there should be. Nameplate added. Oh, here it is, right here. Nameplate added. That means we're in range of him, right here. Praise be. But he's RP fighting here. Heaven the Breaker? No, it's not what we want. So we were in nameplate range of him? While he was RP fighting? That's fucking dumb. Yeah, he's just in the background fighting, but I don't know how we got in nameplate range of him. Ah. Yeah, for some reason, this mob evades combat detection. Or it wasn't logging this pull. Hold on a second. No, I'm recording, but did I start recording when the mob was pulled or after? Oh, he's here. They're fighting. Here, I was recording when we engaged him. So that means this mob breaks combat detection. DBM's combat scanner does not work against these RP mobs. That's another bug I gotta fix in core itself. That's problematic. Okay, so timestamps. 8:40. That's 10. Love it. I don't think I need to use real time, not... Okay, yeah. This log basically starts at 10 o'clock, so... I don't need to be looking at this clock. I need to be looking at real time, which should have been... I think this server's California, so it would have been 11:40. I'm looking for the timestamps around 23:40 in transcriptor. $23.30 there. 23. No, I stopped logging 4 minutes before. That's weird. Here we go. 23:38. So it's going to be in this section. Now let's find this little asshole here. Doesn't exist there. I'm just gonna do it this way. This is gonna be stupid. Timestamps are not matching up. This mob's just never getting a nameplate timer. It's too fucked. Here. You should have fired a nameplate added event here. If I scan for nameplate added. Nameplate. Nameplate added. Paste and match style, for fuck's sake. That should be the default. It really should be. Wait, this is the right timestamp too. 2340. This is it. Aguro the Bloodthirsty. And here's the firing engaged from too. It worked. His creature ID changed. Well, I found it. It shouldn't have been that hard to find, but I found it. Entering combat, 2340. That's the right timestamp in the VOD. So we have it. We have a lock on. Firing engaged unit for him. Here is that little bitch. It shouldn't have been that hard, but it was. Thanks, Bar. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting to look at that chat too. The vertical stream has a different chat. All right. Now that we have the timestamp, we know which pull is real. I should be able to get this now. His initial timer. Ricocheting blade. The first cast is right here. Timers, and we have the right, and since we now know which pull is the right one, we could use his unique GUID. This one. That's not hit well. That's not the right part of this. Never mind. No one, all the mobs have the same GUID, so that's useless. Here I thought I could be clever. I got this manually. I gotta pull everyone out from the log by hand. Because GUID is fucking broken on the PTR. Okay. Ricocheting blade. 89. Success. Yep, yep. Okay, there's the next cast start. It's looking like the 12.1 timer. Okay. So we got it. The timer is basically the same as his RP, 12.1. All right. There. All right. Anyways, a lot of work just to add one timer for one mob. I hate RP fighting mobs. They are so toxic. I'm gonna keep the valid warning up here. Okay, ricocheting blade. Let's get the timer actually filled in. Local timer. Ricocheting blade. 12.1. 12.1 for... Suitor the Bloodthirsty. And the initial timer was what? 3.6, give or take. Use the wrong object again. Copilot will never use the right object. I could have 30 of these. It will still suggest the wrong object every time. Copilot is not very adaptive to the code you're using. Like, I feel like when they train it, it's trained on limited Lua code at least, and it can't really learn very well from your own workspace either. That's the problem. To make Copilot better, they need to have you be able to train it locally. Until they add that, it can't be good. It needs to learn your code, not just common code from whatever training materials they're using. If it learned my code, it would know this is what it should suggest. No matter what I do, I could be like local timer. Whirlwind, wrong object. Local timer. Interrupting roar, wrong object. It cannot comprehend to use this object, despite the fact that it's got 5 examples already. That's where Copilot miserably fails. It's still useful though. Like, it'll auto-complete the line. I just gotta go behind and fix it. But it still types it faster than me manually typing all that shit in. That's the only reason I have it, is it still saves time. It's just not as much as I'd like. A better than nothing sort of thing. I'm gonna keep the valid warning filter here. Local CID equals, yep, there we go. Local timer equals CID equals. Well, yeah, I'll figure that out. Hang on a second. And 12. .8. I'll still code it this way. This alone should filter the RP mobs out. I might just do what modern trash mobs do, or mods do, and just globally filter this instead of having to enter at each line. Like, for example, here, I think I just run it. I just straight up put it at the top. I just be like this. In fact, that's what I'll do here. I don't think I want to. Let's go like this. Filter all mobs. Period. It'll automatically filter out mind controls too, because is valid warning checks mind controls as well. There we go, that's better. I think that's what the code of this object does. Let's go here. This code. Let's see. Unit exists and not unit is friend. This basically filters the mind controls at the same time. A 2-for-1 function I made to make this easier. All right. Anyways. Unit died. Else if CID equals... Copilot might be able to figure this out. Yep. He was able to figure this out from comments up here. And the ID it inferred... See, that's the thing that's weird about it. It was able to infer this and this without effort. But it can't infer this to save its life. I don't know what the problem is. Copilot is like really weird like that. I think the first one was what again? 3.6? All right. Else if CID equals... No! The right timer, wrong NPC ID. I want to add this, a cancel in there for this as well, for good measure. I don't know if we ever fought this mob. It might be an RP mod mob forever. Average is looking better. Okay. Next ability, I think. Whirlwind. Ah, yes. Did we see this ability? Oh, these are also RP mobs. Son of a bitch. There's a reason I kept the video open. I remember fighting this mob. Come on, find it. Find it. It won't find it. Is it doing like a reg express search? Like, is it not able to find that search syntax because it's doing the wrong search type? Oops. I just don't understand why I couldn't, like... When I was searching for this, I couldn't find this either. Well, now I can find it. Whirlwind. Doki the Brutalizer. That's the caster. That's his ID. Probably. Timers. Earth Crusher. Fury. Whirlwind. Let's try to find an engaged unit for him. Probably won't. Oh, I found one. Okay. That's progress. So here's an engage for this unit. One of the Whirlwind casters. Whirlwind cast here. That's good. I got timestamp. It was actually 2337. It was pulled right before this. It was like the pull right before this guy. One of these guys did the whirlwind. This should be this guy. Okay. He also does Savage Fury, a tank buster. I should probably add that too. There's the whirlwind. And he does that too. What spell was that? Whirlwind I got. I don't think I got the other spell he does. That might be new. Earth. Oh, Rusher. Timers. Earth Crusher. The Apple encoder still messes up letters until they fucking release a new OBS. I cannot wait to make my stream quality better. Let me check OBS if they add me any progress today. So when they finally release the update, it's going to be so much better. Let's see how many they have left for the milestone. 7 more to merge, and then they'll probably do a release for 31.1. But this right here, this is going to improve stream quality in the next update. I cannot wait. You can see the problem right here. Earth Crusher, the text is kind of fucked up. And it has to do with this issue right here. See, the text is fucked up on the left and clearer on the right. This is what the new OBS update is going to do for me. It's going to be glorious because I play a game that has lots of text. Yep. This will be merged, and this problem will go away, and I'll actually be able to read what it says. It's funny. It switches to a cursor. See, this is Safari's technology right here. It's trying to actually copy text from the screen. Anyways, I don't think I have... Earth Crusher's new. That spell ID, it's a new ability. This doesn't even exist in the mod yet. I need to add it. Local Special Warn Earth Crusher. Alright. Else if spell ID equals that, then if self, there you go, he figured it out. Now it's got an alert. Let's just work on his abilities. 13, 13, 56, 13, 13. Well, I'm going to use 13. All good. Actually, Earth Pressure is... It should... Well... I'll do the Whirlwind timer first. Local timer... Whirlwind. Co-pilot's once again not figuring stuff out. The Whirlwind timer is this mob. 26.7. Yes, yes, that'll work. Whirlwind. Then, if that, fix that up. The timer here. Else if city equals that's not his name. Name is Duder the Brutalizer. Why are you canceling this? You stupid fuck. Timer Whirlwind. No. Skip that one. The initial timer for the whirlwind was 6.6. And since we're actually adding multiple abilities for this guy, let's grab them all at once. We need the whirlwind. We got the whirlwind here. We also want to add his tank buster and the crusher too. Earth crusher, the initial earth crusher here. What was this tank buster called? Well, I'll find it in a second. I'll see it here. Savage Flurry. Okay. Got it. Let's go back to the engage timestamp. Savage Flurry. He probably used this nearly instantly on the pull, it looks like. No, not quite. He didn't use it for a while. There it is. Is that really the first occurrence of that spell? The first occurrence of the spell being cast while we were fighting him. He was RPing with Abbott Nevermore, probably. Okay, we got the initial timers for all his abilities. Alright. Timers. Savage Flurry, 13.4. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if that's the right pull. I'm gonna look at all pulls. Oh, I see what happened. What's going on here? This gap here is because he's RPing here and not RPing here. So the RP cooldowns are the same as the fighting cooldowns. Let's get back to the real pull here. I think the real pull started here. Same with this. This should be ignored. Then there was a gap because there was the... Well, the Alan he was fighting died. And he didn't resume the ability until he was fighting us. Anyways, I'm gonna make sure I support all three of these abilities. This Tank Buster is not new, but it looks like it's probably... It's worth having. Let's add that next, Tank Buster, but it's not gonna be a special warning. At least not yet. Local warn. Savage Flurry. No. Tank Healer. This actually go up here. I group by type. Can't forget my conventions. Local timer. No, you fuck. Common. Nameplate timer. Why is it so hard, Copilot? If self. Anti-spam 5. Yep, you know, that's the roll check. Excellent. And since it's a mob I already have, I could just add it to the... here. And here. Initial Savage Flurry. Let's get the timer for that. 9128 minus 5312. Iffy. Could happen sooner, maybe? The debug will detect that this is wrong later. Now Earth Crusher. I already added the alert for Earth Crusher. Now I need to add a timer. Local timer Earth Crusher. Cooldown. Oh look! Copilot could insert the right object. I yelled it enough times. It figured it out. Timer for Earth Crusher was 13.4. Just like Savage Flurry. Add that in there. Let's get the initial Earth Crusher timer. 198 minus 5312. My pull those iffy because I'm using a sample size of 1 pull. And that's not a sufficient sample size to make a timer definitive. Okay. I don't know if anyone's still watching the vertical stream on YouTube, but if you're more interested in the full context, you can come over to Twitch and follow to see the whole thing. The YouTube vertical stream is more for advertising. Starting to get late though and losing viewership. I'm still starting my streams way too late. I really gotta start earlier and end earlier. These times are terrible for EU and not even that good for NA. This is literally the worst slot you can possibly stream in. Gotta reboot my schedule and get things in order again. In any case, I think I made a good dent in this. I like it. But I might actually end the stream now and try to actually start unwinding sooner and getting up sooner again and maybe having an earlier stream tomorrow. It's better for my sleep schedule and better for viewership. I'm actually trying to do the partner grind in this channel, and I'm not doing it the smartest way possible, that's for sure. So I think with that, I will end here and come back fresh tomorrow. So have a good night, and I will try to start earlier tomorrow and continue where I left off here. Thank you for hanging out. If you're not already following, please throw a follow. Especially if you're into coding or World of Warcraft stuff in general, or even just RP stuff in general, because RPs are fun. RPGs, not RPs. See, that's how I know I got